Year 10, Mr. Tapley here for your next lesson of Year 10 Geography. At this lesson, we are looking at exploring the meaning of human well-being and well-being differences around the world. So last lesson, we introduced the main topic that we'll be studying in this area of study in term 4, which was human well-being, so human geography, everything that affects our health and happiness. And this lesson will be going into that in a bit more detail and looking at well-being differences around the world. Success criteria is to define human well-being and then evaluate the causes and consequences of low well-being levels around the world. So, I'm not going to be doing much talking in this video, hopefully. The lesson activities are pretty straightforward for this lesson. It's all here in the slides. So the first thing you need to do is go to chapter 3 of your textbook, and you can access that via Compass or Google Classroom. And you're going to read through Defining Well-Being, which is 2 pages in chapter 3, pages 140 to 141. And you'll just be answering questions 1 to 4 in your digital notebook. So really straightforward stuff. So I'll show you where that is. We've got chapter 3 right here, Defining Well-Being. Give that a read until you get to these questions at the bottom here. So we're looking for questions 1 to 4 to put into our digital notebook. Question 1 is very straightforward. Write your own definition, not just the textbook one, but your own definition for the term human well-being. Question 2, why is access to education seen by many as the key to improving well-being? We look at how to improve well-being later on in the unit, but why is education seen as very important for improving our health and happiness, well-being? So perhaps it gives you opportunities to get other things to improve your well-being. I don't want to give away the answer. Anyway, you go read it, read the answer in 140 to 141. Question 3, what are some of the ways in which a person's well-being could be measured? That's actually connected to what we're doing in the next lesson, the second half of our double. So that's a good question to look at. How do we measure well-being? Question 4, describe the contrast in wealth, so the difference in wealth, shown in source 3.2, which is the photo at the top here. So source 3.2, it's a picture of a man begging on the streets in China, possibly a homeless man. So you can describe the source of wealth there. She's got a smartphone, fancy watch, etc., etc. So describe the differences in well-being, differences in wealth, shown in source 3.2. So that's the first half of our lesson activities. The second half is we are going to be looking at well-being around the world using this website here, the OECD, with other acronyms in geography. Use the link at the bottom of the screen to view well-being levels around the world. What you need to do is select 2 countries, so 2 nations, and identify their highest and lowest well-being factor. And I'll show you where this is in a minute. And then list some possible causes of well-being differences. So you're going to click on that link there, and that'll take you to this website here, which looks a bit silly, but all these different flowers, I guess, you can see they've got country names attached to them. So we've got Brazil here, Denmark, who's here, Luxembourg, Spain, and all those different, I guess, petals of the flower, all the different colors represent different well-being factors. So you can see the red one at the bottom is work-life, gray is safety, purple is health. So what you need to do is click on 2 of these countries. So I'll go to countries. For the first one, I'm looking at Canada. And I need to identify the highest and lowest well-being factor in Canada. So we're using these numbers on the right here. You can see they've taken all the things that impact your health and happiness and kind of grouped them into categories. So housing, income, jobs, community, etc., etc. And what you need to do is look for the highest number. So in Canada, their highest well-being factor is health. They have very good health care, so good access to affordable and accessible medicine, hospitals, doctors, etc. And then their lowest one, if we look at these numbers, is probably jobs or income. So income is a 5.4. So that would be their lowest well-being factor, and you just need to write that in your digital notebook. So select 2 nations. So my first one, I'd go Canada, highest well-being factor, blah, lowest well-being factor, blah. And then come up with a couple of, just brainstorm some ideas, what could be causing them to have good health or having low income. So try and pick 2 countries that might give you different numbers. Don't do like Australia and America, that'd be boring. So I've done Canada. Maybe for my next one I'll look at, let's look at Lithuania. Let's look at the slow internet we have. Oof, that's a slow number for income, 1.8. Anyway, so that's what you're doing this lesson, guys. So chapter 3, 4 questions, using that website there, 2 countries, high and low well-being factor, possible causes. So this is the first half of the double period. I'll have a video and instructions for our lesson plan in period 2 in Compass for you. But yeah, if you have any questions about this or the next period, again, please let me know. Hope you well, and cheers.